Well. I received a message from a friend about a guy they call Scareface Mark, who is talking about soft guy area, new breaking point for men, etc. And after seeing his videos and understanding his thoughts and seeing everything what people are saying about him, I got something to say too. Let's go right into it. Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. Natasha here. I hope you guys had a wonderful day. We are right now on the new level of C'est la vie. We're about to hit the 1,000 mark. I did it all for myself and I'm so proud. So thank you guys for continuing sharing, downloading, listen to my opinion, and of course we have to grow. So continue doing it, and meanwhile I have to start talking positively about the next chapters of this wonderful podcast. Well, the topic of today is the soft guy era. I heard about it like a couple days ago. I was like, what is this? What people are talking about it? What is that? I mean, it's just soft guy area and whatever. Area, I was always like area, and my friend like era. I'm like, okay, let me search it. Basically, it's the new terms of guys who don't want to be used anymore. I mean, they want you, woman, to put more effort to get that guy. And they want women to show a little bit more of empathy towards men to get what they want. Meaning, if you are a good person, you might be lucky. If you are a bad person, you might not be so lucky. That's how I understood the message behind his post and videos that the guy did. So shout out to him. If you guys want to see his TikTok videos, his name is Scareface Mark. He got a lot to say, and a lot of people are angry, specifically more women. And my girlfriend was angry too, and I was like, I have to see it for myself, because the way she was talking to me about him. The way she was talking to me about him, it was like he's a monster or something, or he's the bad person in the world. And I was like, yeah, sometimes she likes to overreact, so let me just check it out. And I check it out, and I must tell you guys, he's not wrong. He's actually not wrong. And I will touch some people's nerve right now when I'm telling you this, but you, woman, it's your fault that this thing happens. Let me explain. Before the whole social media time, before the whole striving for perfection time, before the whole I am independent feminist time, we had a basic situation like you met your partner at school, you give effort to show ambitions towards your partner, and it was just between you guys, and then you work on each other, and then when you guys are lucky after high school, it's your high school sweetheart, both of you go to college together, and then you get married. And it was more between you and the person, and it was more between meeting his family, you meet his family. It was not influenced by people that I don't want to give the name out here, but it was not influenced by people so that you might have other thoughts in your future goal. And the other thing was also that at that time, we as women, we put a little bit more effort on how we look, less plastic, more natural. We put a little bit more effort how we show ourselves, less attitude, more humbleness. We showed a little bit more open-minded kindness, less trashy attitude, more kindness. And we were towards men, specifically black men to black men, white men to white women. We were more able to communicate our emotions to the extent that it was just between us, and we were giving a lot of effort to get the person that we see in front of us regularly. But nowadays, in this current era, you have social media. Everybody have access to it. It starts even in the younger age, like 14. You can already register on social media. Or even younger, some people. I mean, Snapchat is for kids. Most of the children and the friends of my daughter, they are on Snapchat. That's where they are. They don't really integrate with Instagram that much, and Facebook for them is for grandpas, and TikTok probably. So either TikTok or Snapchat. And the era is full with wannabe coaches. That's how I can say it like this. Wannabe coaches who wants to influence everybody's mind. So at that time before, you had your parents that show you the good way if they were married. You had the parents that showed you the good way. You have the grandma that showed you the good way. You have a grandpa that showed you and gave you advice. But nowadays, everybody wants to be a lifestyle, family, independent coach and showing everybody like how to have the perfect marriage, the perfect lifestyle, everything, blah, blah, blah. But one thing I always say to people is, be careful who you listen to. Be really careful who you listen to, because it can influence your life. For example, we have one era that is sprinkle, drizzle. It's like both are competing with each other. We have the soft guy areas and we have the gold diggers, literally. Because these ladies, they are planning to walk around in rich area just to catch a rich guy. Or they are planning their children to put in rich school in the area just because they want their children to get married to a rich guy. So it's strategy planning. That's why this kind of ladies, they are literally just gold diggers. And other ladies, simple as that. If you go to the bar or to the restaurant or in a lounge and you are not able to pay for your own stuff, for me, you are also a gold digger, because why did you go in the first place without your money in the bank? Yeah, just because you're cute doesn't mean you have to accept every drink that people offer you. You don't know what people put in it, you don't know where it comes, and you don't know how you will spend your day after that. And most of the time, they expect something if they give you something. So I'm not surprised when they start now to think, and they're like, wait a minute. All this while, the first thing before I met somebody, when I'm already in the relationship, the first thing that she wants is my pocket. She doesn't want to know where my parents are. She doesn't want to know what I do for a living. She wants to know what you do for a living. Sorry, I take it back. She wants to know what you do for a living so that she knows how much she can get from you. But she doesn't want to know you as a person. She doesn't know what you like. She doesn't know your favorite color. She doesn't know what you do in a normal day after work, what you like to do. Do you like to take a shower and then to eat? Or do you like to eat and then after take a shower? What do you do on the weekends? How do you spend your days? What is your relationship with your parents? How do you handle your friends? Are you kind? Are you humble? How do you treat your mother? How do you treat your father? Do you have a father in your life? Do you have a mother in your life? Are you an orphan? Have you ever used drugs? Have you ever used alcohol? Are you on medication? Do you need therapy? Things that can influence a relationship on the long run, they don't ask. The first thing that they ask, how much do you make? What's your credit score? Where do you live? Do you have a car? Very materialistic views, which is so sad, because so many men get used just because of it. You see it nowadays. A 21 years old, a side chick has a chat with a side chick that is 39 because she wants another paycheck for her retirement fund. Because The other child is child support is done. Now she needed another child to continue 20 for the next 18 years to get a paycheck. Gold digger mentality. She didn't want to work. She wanted a paycheck for a 21 years old guy that just started basketball. He himself, his mind is not going ahead. It's not really fresh, because he himself has other baby mamas who already making a lot of money with his lifestyle. That's why I say the mindset of some people are not really correct. From the lady side, it's not correct. From the guy side, it's not correct. So if I see a soft girl era right now, I believe it's many, not all, but many are just tired of getting used for a check. They are tired of getting used for women who say she wants a gentleman, but she is not a lady herself. They are tired to hear all these excuses like, yeah, if you are not paying for my bills, you are not a real man, type of thing. If you are not paying for my bills, you are not able to provide for me, so why should I be taking care? Why should I be standing by your side, type of thing? Or, yeah, if you don't have a car or a house, how do you want to think that we're going to have a future together, type of thing? Or even worse, if you got all of this, yeah, I don't think that I'm happy with you, but we can get a child though, type of thing. So that 18 years she got you on trap and on child support. This is the new generation, y'all. This is the generation we are living in. And that's why I keep on saying, welcome to Sodom and Gomorrah, y'all. Welcome to Sodom and Gomorrah. Everybody wants to do what they want, what they think, based on emotions. Not anymore out of logic, not anymore out of companionship, not anymore out of future plans and strategies so that you can grow in the future. Generational wealth. Generational wealth for me is not money. Generational wealth for me is I am a mother. My daughter gets married and has a child and is a mother. Her daughter gets married and has a child and is a mother. And I maybe have the blessings to remain alive and see 3 generations of my life coming at my home on a wonderful holiday. And then everybody is there. The house is full with children that has been generated through one seed, which is was seed of my husband. Like I said, I always gotta keep it like this. I am manifesting it to get married, so we're gonna continue like this. Sorry guys, but I just have to point it in. Back to the thing. That's for me generational wealth, because you can raise children with enough money. You just need enough money to have a roof over head. You need enough money to have food on the table. You need enough money to put gas in your car, and you have enough money for emergency situation. This is enough. And if you got a little bit spare over, you put it in an investment so that you know when you are retiring, you can have a nice, simple living lifestyle. Nobody has to be super rich to be generational wealthy. For me, what does it help me if I have 200 million on the bank, but I'm the only one who is living, not married, no children, no grandchildren, the house full of rooms and is empty. I can just hear my echo talking, hello, 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 hello. What does it bring it for me? Nothing. It doesn't help me. It doesn't show anything. It doesn't really favor me in this case. Therefore, I am here standing and I'm like, that's not generational wealth for me. Generational wealth, of course, money is important. I'm not saying no. That's why I say you need to have the basic needs settled. Money is important, but generational wealth is for me is a mental thing. It's a mental thing. It's a spiritually. It's a soul thing. So if you start to destroy the bond of love and marriage and family by creating so high expectation where men especially unfortunately, I have to admit it, and the statistics shows it, men specifically are the one that are suffering from it, because they are tired of all of this attitude kind of women in the Western world. They are tired to be treated like mess. So now they are revolting, and I'm not blaming them, honestly. I have to admit I was like this before. I was like this in my 80s, 20s because I come from a divorced home. So I got raised by my father and my stepmom, which was a blessing for me because I could see a marriage going, a really good marriage, even with ups and downs. It was a really good marriage from a really good lady. She took care of us, and she took care of my father. He came back home, meal was ready. She was sitting there while she's eating. She was cleaning it up. She was fixing the house. She was doing a lot of things. And she was very, 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 very nice woman. God bless her. So she died, unfortunately. I am not sure. I think it wasn't heart attack at that time, because unfortunately she has a sweet spot and her body couldn't bear it that long. And my dad, with her, they show me how love is. But while my parents were divorced, I was young and I thought that it was the lifestyle that I should go. So in the beginning, I was a little bit rebellious, I have to admit. So I saw things and I experienced things. So between the age of 17 and 23-ish, I was rebellious. I was like, I'm young, I'm fun, I want to have fun, I want to do that, blah, blah, blah. And I was treating most of the time also some men, of course, not really respectful. Then, when I hit a certain area, which was the age when I started my university, then when I met my dream guy, I would say, and I got my first child. I was 24 at that time, and then I decided, okay, which kind of example do you want to show your daughter? And I changed my life completely, specifically also because my father was kicking my ass. He was like, I don't want my grandchild to end up like a whore. Literally, he said it to me. I was like, what? Do you think that I am one? And my dad was like, I didn't say that, but you were already saying it to yourself. And in the end of the day, I was thinking about the words that he told me and how he told me that he was very brutal and raw, because that's my papi. He's exactly like this, but he was honest. And after that, I reflect how mean I was, how different I was, how things has changed in certain situations. So I said, okay, you know what? It's time for a change. It's time to do better. And it's time to be better, because I want my generational world to impress men. My generational world to respect men. My generational world to choose the right pet. Let's say it like this. I mean, I'm sorry to say, there are bad people out there, men and women. So you have to be careful who you give your trust, who you pay attention to, and all these things. So not every person deserves it. I'm not saying that, but if you found out that the person that is in front of you treats you the same way, give that person the same kindness back. Give that person the same energy back. Value that person. Even if you see that that person is maybe not your type, but he has a crush on you, for example, be kind. Don't be a rude ass, broken ass beep. Because you don't know which effect you can bring to a guy like this. A guy that treats ladies well. A guy that is understanding. He's maybe a nerd or maybe too skinny and people are laughing at him at school. And he took his whole heart to come to you, to show you affection, and you treat him like ish. This is not nice. So I had to learn it, and now I am really in the situation where I'm like, okay, let me reflect what they are thinking. Let me reflect what he's saying, and I can tell you guys my opinion. In the end of the day, my opinion is this. Guys, ladies, this guy is right. This history of soft guard era that is starting, most of the time is our fault. We ladies, we have to admit it. We are not able to take accountability. We are willing to take the money before we even have time to learn the person, to learn from the person, to learn what he wants, all the good things. Most women, they rather focus on, even if they're in a relationship and everything, they always have that selfish mindset before the selfless mindset, which is sad, because this is what destroys many relationships. If you are entering a relationship, especially if you're in a marriage, you become one with that person that you are with. So the fact that you are still selfish in that situation, this is really a shame. This is a shame. Like, for instance, I heard a story about a lady. Her husband was working 2 shifts, 3 shifts, just because he needed to put the food on the table, everything. He was a hard-working guy. His mother was sick. He needed to pay for operation one time. So because of all this, he put all his saving to that, and his mother got healed, but he had, of course, a little stroke because he didn't have any savings left. Now here comes the situation. He gets sick. He lost one job. Now everything is like on one job, so he has to struggle to find a way how to pay all the bills and to pay everything. And he asks her, because he asks her if she can help out and everything, and she has the audacity, literally she has the audacity to mention that all this time the guy was working and giving her allowance to take care of the house and everything. All this time she has took a percentage of the money from the allowance and put it in a secret account for herself. All this time they were married, and now that her husband is struggling, she has the audacity to ask a question: should I help my husband? But I don't want to look like I'm weak, and I don't want him to think that I will provide from now on. I was like, what is going on in your head? What is going on in your head? You see a man giving you the world. He's struggling now. And the first thing that you are thinking is, I don't want to be providing? Are you crazy? Can you not have some empathy for some people? I mean, just a little bit. Think about another person for once. And don't be troubled if everybody is getting angry at you. Or don't think that this man, after I heard that story, I was so angry. I was like, don't think that after this guy found out what you did, don't think that he sees you as the good woman that you were again. He will be so disappointed. I'm not even surprised if he leaves you. And that's the reason why this kind of soft-sky area start. Because most women, we don't take accountability. Many of us are selfish, even in marriage. Especially when you think that marriage means both are together, working together. But still, there are marriages who are not marriages. Each other are paying their own bills. Each other are separating apart. There are marriages also where the lady is using him for a certain period of time, in good and in health, in sickness and in wealth. This doesn't mean anything for her. As long as everything is in wealth, it's good. But the moment the guy is poor, she leaves. So we have to do better as women. If we want these guys to come down, if we want them to come down, if we want them not to stretchen and really like stretching to harden their heart, to harden their heart even more, that they are not even capable or willing to even approach us anymore. They would rather remain in their own area. If you really want to avoid that, you need to work off yourself. Accountability in a woman area needs to start now. Stop being so feminine. Stop being so feministic. feministish, all this feminine movement is nonsense in my head, but it's my opinion. Don't get it the wrong way, but I don't believe in it anyway. Stop being this. Stop being so selfish. Start to take accountability. Start to look the other mirror also, and try to get your own money. Get a job. Do you know how many jobs are out there? Don't just depend on the person. He is not your come up. Get a job. He will just compliment you. That's the goal of a husband. That's the goal of a boyfriend. He's complimenting what you have so that you both together can grow. And if you guys grow and he decide, okay, now you don't have to do anything and you don't want to do anything, then compliment him as an assistant then after that. But do something for yourself first. Get a job, get a career. Just don't stay there and say, here, just because I'm pretty, I will get everything. That's nonsense. Start to build your life, build your mentality, build your character. And then maybe, if you have these things together, maybe, and just maybe, these soft guys will maybe look at you differently and they will give you a chance. And yet, they probably will also provide for you. Alright guys, that was my opinion to this topic. I hope you guys are not mad that I'm not really 100% on your side, ladies, but it is what it is. And guys, please have patience with us. We are not perfect all, but there are still some good ladies out there who will definitely give you exactly what you deserve. Meanwhile, you just have to wait and see from there, because Sodom and Gomorrah is already here, y'all. That's all I can say. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Thank you so much for letting me improve the podcast, C'est la vie. But don't forget, we always want to grow. We always want to be better. We always want to be tougher and greater and greater. So don't forget to share. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to leave a review. And one important thing, don't forget to tune in next week again at 3 a.m. Natasha is out. Mwah.